Hey guys, I'm here shooting another review for you of my newest lightsaber, and this time I've got my first saber with sound from Ultrasabers, and I chose the Manticore. I've been eyeing this saber for a very long time, and it happened to be the deal of the day, as well as a 15% off sale. Maybe it was 10%, one or the other. It was a great deal that I got on this. I think the value of it was around $300, and I ended up getting it for like $220. So I definitely saved a ton of money, and that's what you get with Ultrasabers. They have great deals all the time. So if you keep your eye on the website, you'll definitely find yourself an awesome deal for you. So into the lightsaber here, you can see the Manticore is an extremely streamlined saber with a gorgeous emitter up at the top here. Give you a minute to look at this. You can see the windows here. These let light shine through, which I'll show you in a minute. This is part of the body here, and I'll demonstrate all of this in a minute. I've got a non-illuminated AV switch, which looks great. In my opinion, you have to get an AV switch on this, because the guarded one just isn't going to look good. You can see it flares out a tiny bit here and starts going back in. I went with the high profile pommel for a couple reasons. One, I'm cheap, didn't want to spend the extra $5 to get the low profile, and also I really like how it just kind of finishes a saber. You know, it gives it the nice ending point. So you can see the vent pattern on the bottom lets the amazing obsidian soundboard through, which I'll also get to in a minute. So talk about the blade. I've got a standard mid-grade on here. What didn't go with the Ultra Edge this time. Kind of like the effect of the mid-grade. I think I will go with another Ultra Edge next time though. I don't do too much dueling, so I decided not to go with the heavy grade. I never do. You know, it just seems worthless for me to add an extra $10 for something I'm not really going to use. So, let's see. Let's get to the sound and the light show. Alright, ready? So as you can see already, I've got it in Guardian Blue, and it is bright. Let me tell you, this thing is, you can see it overloading the camera. It's insane bright. Let's see the windows right here. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. And then you hear the obsidian sound. Sounds awesome. And I've actually got, and let me turn this off so I can actually talk to you. I've got a custom sound font loaded on there that I downloaded from the forums. It is Luke Return of the Jedi, and it sounds great. I think it was either Ninja Jesus or one of those guys that made it. Shout out to them because it's awesome. Just downloaded it a couple minutes ago actually. And that's the cool thing about this Obsidian soundboard, is you can download sound fonts. You can actually make your own. That's beyond me, but it's possible to make your own and upload it onto this soundboard. So I'll take this out for a second. Removable pommel, MHS compatible, so you can mix this with any other MHS compatible pommel or anything like that. Let's see, I'll show you. Here's your speaker, and here's your soundboard. It's I think a mini USB, maybe micro USB. I'm not too sure, I'd have to double check. And you just plug it right into your computer through there. You can see your Trustfire lithium-ion batteries, 2 of them. And this is about as far out as it goes. I don't even want to pull it anymore because it's already kind of tight. You can see they actually electrical taped it all tight right there. That way you're not pulling any wires on if you do go any further. This is pretty sturdy right here. It doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Like I said, you don't want to pull it too far. You just need to get it so this shows, so you can plug it in. Here's your speaker, and that just slides right in there. The first time getting it out, it's a little bit tricky because you kind of have to hit it, you know, and you got to do that very carefully. But after that, once you get it off, it just slides right out. There's that part. To put it in, you can see it's right at the edge, so I carefully push right along the rim of it so I'm not actually pressing in the speaker. And then when I screw the pommel back on, it pushes it up as far as it needs to go. Let's see. I've also got on this a removable emitter, which is a really cool feature because this is easily one of Ultrasabers' best emitters that they've ever made. Comes all the way off, and you can switch it with any other saber you want, which I'll actually show you in a minute because I've got a consoler back here which is also fully MHS compatible, so I'll show you some of the things you can do with that. So you can see it just comes right out. I'm not going to take the blade out because there's no need. And here is your LED. This just comes right out. Now I chose to get quick disconnects. And you can see this is the actual quick disconnect. This red one is the flash on clash, which also I'll get to in a minute. Bear with me here. I was actually a little bit concerned when I first ordered it that they had forgotten to give me the quick disconnects because I saw 2 wires. You know, eventually I figured out that this is the only one that I need to worry about. If I don't want flash on clash, which is in the case of this one, I can just unplug it and leave it unplugged and no problem. So make sure you realize that. I almost sent an email saying that they forgot it, and boy, I would have felt dumb. But so there's that. You can see shrink wrapped right there. You know, it's not amazing, but what can you do? I mean, you don't want to leave open solders everywhere, so it is what it is. I like to keep this tight by screwing it, because it actually unscrews so you can get to the individual LED down in there. So you want to make sure this is screwed as tight as it can go. Pack that back into the bottom of the saber, right here. And you just screw the emitter back on. You want it tight so that it's not wobbling around. Alright, here we go. So you can see I have an Arctic blue flash on clash. Here's the lockup effect, and you can see it flickers between the 2 colors. To get to that, the first time you press it twice, after that you just press it quick once. Got some blaster fonts loaded onto there too. So I'll go ahead and shut off the lights for you so you can see just how bright this thing is in the dark. Give me 1 second. So you can see right away, it is beautiful. It lights up the whole room. Awesome. And you know, it looks white on here, but in person the color is blue throughout. Let's see if we can get... It's a little bit lighter than that. That shows pretty dark. But you get the idea. It's a great blue. You know, awesome. Couldn't ask for a better one. And the Arctic blue flash on clash, perfect. Let me get the lights again. Now I'll show you some of the MHS compatibility with my consoler back here. Set this down. Now my consoler does not have sound. It is stunt setup with green. You see, there's a video review on this separately. You can check that out on my channel. But as with the other one, this unscrews. Comes off. This unscrews. Comes off. You can switch them. Ta-da! You can see it doesn't always look so great. This one it doesn't look so bad, but I mean, it is what it is. It's just the ability to do that is really cool and works just as good as always. And you can do the same thing on the pommels too. I'll show you what it looks like on my consoler. There we go. MHS at work. And I also, since I have quick disconnects, I can switch the LEDs in there too and make that saber green and this one blue. Now when this one's blue, the flash on clash will not work because that's run by the soundboard, and this one doesn't have a soundboard. So I just let that wire hang out in there. That takes a lot of time. Well, not really a lot of time, but it's just a hassle, and I really don't want to put that video on there. I'm already bumping over 10 minutes as it is. So I'm going to cut to the end here. overall, awesome saber. Easily one of my favorite of my collection. Highly recommended. Highly recommend Ultrasabers. They're great guys. I had a question about it, and I think Emery responded within like 4 hours. So just shows you how good of customer service they have. So I'll leave you with and have a great day.